If your team ain't 4-0, I don't want to hear from you. The Chicago Bulls get a win today against the Sacramento Kings. Demar Derozan leads the way with 27 points. We're going to discuss it all and more on today's Locked On Bulls.
You are Locked On Bulls, your daily Chicago Bulls podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Thank you for tuning in to Locked On Bulls, member of the Locked On Podcast Network, where it's your team every single day. That's Pat, the designer, host, and creator of the Windy City Breeze, and host of the Chicago Bears podcast over at ESPN 1000. I'm Hayes, host and creator of Chicago Bulls Central, Chicago Bears Central YouTube pages and podcasts. And Pat, let's get right into it, man. Demar Derozan scores 27 points as he puts away the ghost of Bulls past and Demar Derozan and Zach Lavine. Demar Derozan's career high is 31 points. It felt like a little while there he was gonna be easily on pace to hit that, but we do it as a team, so no selfishness there. But how do you feel about the game, the win, and Demar Derozan's performance today?
I want to let you know, Hayes, none of this is directed at you. This is directed to the people in the chat that was talking crazy. What I tell you. What I tell y'all, this boy hooping. He been hooping all season, except the one game. The one game was insane. It was one of the worst games ever. That was one of the worst games ever. I ain't gonna lie to you. One of the worst games I've ever seen from a pro. But outside of that, this boy understood the assignment. I'm a hype right now. He understood the assignment. It's called a passing of the torch, and dare I say, the NBA that we're seeing this year. First off, this is the best start to the NBA we've seen in, Hayes, dare I say, since the 2010 season. I mean, we might be 15 years apart. Like, this is phenomenal, the competition that we're seeing from teams around the NBA. But what did I tell y'all? He takes it serious. Zach Lavine and Demar Derozan show up back in the crib that, if we being honest, for the last 4 or 5 years, they built. And Mata said, I need y'all to understand it's a new sheriff in town. And there's nobody tonight that's going to miss y'all. Zach Lavine put up 30. It felt like he put up 15. Felt like a very similar Zach Lavine, Demar Derozan game. Now, I will say in the fourth quarter, the whole time, I was like, nah, that's Mr. Fourth Quarter. Y'all don't let him come back now. We only up 10. Don't do too much. But I love the mentality of this team. And I know we got to get into the analytical breakdown of everything in the game. The mentality of this team, Hayes, is a very 90s, early 2000 mindset. And you saw it time and time again. Zach Lavine come down, tough bucket. Demar Derozan says, we not running the offense on this play. I'm going to take a weird drive here to the bucket, tough finish over Demar Derozan lay. I thought Josh Giddey got in on the action as well. When Josh Giddey hit the spin move, sweet Jesus.
Bro, he hit like 3 of them. Like,
well, listen, he's spamming the double zero.
Huh?
I said he's spamming the double zero this year, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. like Josh Giddey, you know what it is too? It seems like Josh understands now, hey, I'm actually playing point guard all the time now. I'm not moving back to small forward. I'm bigger than these guys. They may be faster than me, but if I put my shoulder on them, what are you going to do?
Bro, Dennis Schroeder looked like he was in hell.
Bro, Dennis Schroeder. Like, you forget how big Josh Giddey is just because we see him all the time. But when he's next to an average-sized guard, you're like, hey, man, this kid is big, bro.
And can we have a conversation? I mean, listen, I get it, right? Like, when you just don't acknowledge it, we just kind of don't pay attention to it. His hairline's so far back.
Who?
Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's talking about this. We're talking about Jaylen Brown right now because Jaylen Brown had the eyebrow joint, and now it's a little bit further back. He went from like a 3.5 head to a 4 head. Dennis Schroeder had like a 7 head, bro. Dennis Schroeder looked like an episode of Black.
But then for a while, he was painting in his hairline.
Was he really? I don't remember the painting.
Oh, yeah. Look at there, like there's a couple of seasons there he was painting in his hairline.
Oh no, there's no. Well, when you give up contracts like Dennis Schroeder has, I mean that's what you get. But no, at the end of the day, like it's I think Bulls fans should appreciate the mindset that this team has. They take buckets scored on them personally.
Yeah.
They take how teams are playing against them personally. Yet again, I thought the defense tonight shined situationally. I thought they showed up in the most important moments. But like, bro, this is a Bulls team that it feels like Chicago can be proud of. And we haven't talked about that. We haven't talked about that since Lonzo in the first 35. Like, truly, this team takes everything that everyone else is doing against them personally, and I thought they did that tonight, and Modest Buzelis especially did that tonight. Thought he had some solid back-to-the-basket moments, thought he was cutting at the right time, thought defensively he never gave up on anything. That's the kind of game you want to see when the I don't even know if we can get away with it, when the old hoes come to town.
Did you just say that? That's crazy.
Maybe. Like,
that's crazy.
Like,
no,
you want your new girl to look better.
But no, I do love the fact that today was led by Josh Giddey and Modest Buzelis, two of our young players, 21 and 23 years old, if I'm not mistaken, with their ages, that combined for 47 points. And like you said, with the old hoes being here and them not doing anything. So, you know, it's good. Like
my brother, bro, he be like, we down a wild path. I guess we going.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. We're here. We're listen. We ride together. That's But here's the thing, too, is that, and I said this over on Central in my post game. Pat, tell me how you feel. But this seems like for the first time in a while, that this team has an identity of grit, of fighting, of competing. Like they went down today by 12 points.
Yep.
And while it sucked, did you ever feel like they couldn't get back in the game? I always felt like they could. They just need to tighten up on some stuff.
Never felt like they couldn't get back in the game. In fact, I felt like it was what teams used to do against us. You know what? We got to let some of our main guys rest. We got to let Giddey sit out right now. We got to try and just slow this down. You saw Billy call a couple of timeouts to try and get this team through until he was ready to put the main guys back out there. The last 4 minutes of the second quarter was beautiful basketball. And dare I say, listen, I can't even hate on it. I know we're talking about this in a Bulls win. Doug Christie has some stuff. Like it was a point tonight where I was like, Doug Christie might be getting hurt by the fact that Doug Christie might be the new Billy Donovan.
That's crazy.
His systems might be getting bogged down by the fact that he's got Zach and DeMar in them.
Well, it's not even just that. It's the fact that they don't have like a actual point guard to help balance it out. Like Schroeder's a perfectly fine international player, and he's a solid player, but you don't have that. You don't have any size now with Keegan Murray. I mean, yeah, he's a no, but Russ, see, that's the thing. Point. Russ ain't that type of point. Russ is a scoring point first. Like, and he's not even playing point for them now.
I think it depends on what you ask Russ to do. I feel like they still. I was surprised by how much, because Russ had the ball in his hand in the last game way more than he had it in his hand this game. But bro, the action they were running for Sabonis, I ain't gonna lie, I got worried.
Yeah.
When they were doing that double screen pin down action where Sabonis pops down, and all of a sudden it's like, why is Tre Jones guarding Sabonis? Well, he was the one that ended up getting switched on it on the double screen. Like, Doug Christie got some stuff. Yeah. So shout out to, I would say this, Kings fans, weather the storm that you're in right now, it may be a bright future if they actually end up holding on to him. But outside of that, I love what we saw from the Bulls. When you talk about, did it ever feel like they were out of it? No, it felt like the Bulls were controlling the game, and the Kings were able to take advantage of a tough moment when the Bulls didn't have their best system out there. Yeah, or their best rotation out there.
Yeah, they were running, and Bulls were having some turnover problems, those type of things at that time. They really couldn't hit a shot there for a second either, but they immediately, like, the fact that they took a 12-point deficit and turned it to a 2-point deficit right before the second half ended, that the fact that they were riding to the second half with momentum was great. I didn't even think they were going to come out in the second half and immediately go on a 19-9 run, and they never gave up the lead again after that. Never gave the lead back up.
This is a Bulls team. How many times have we talked about, or we debated about, like, Billy Donovan's telling guys what to do. That's the right thing. It's just about going out there and executing. I thought at no point tonight, I thought there was a low point in the second, like you talk about the turnovers. Some of the passes that Modest threw were insane. It was just like, well, you're throwing it across 7 Kings players. Like, there's 2 dudes on the bench that could have stole the basketball. Maybe don't throw that pass. But I thought that overall, this felt like a very Bulls-controlled game. And again, we talk about coaching matchups and things like that. The Bulls always felt like they had the confidence that there was going to be a play that could be drawn up or that could be executed that is a part of this Billy Donovan scheme that was going to be the advantage for them. Even when they were going through that tough, remember they went to that Tre Jones action a couple of times where he just ended up down low attacking. And it was just like, great screen up top. Tre Jones comes off of the screen. He's wide open at the bucket. Yes, he's always got to finish in the trees.
Hey, Pat.
And he got the lay.
Shut up.
We're
going to continue talking about the game. We got to get into we're going to talk about the Bulls' depth and how it continues to shine for the Chicago Bulls. But first, we do got to get into a message from Peloton.
F Peloton. No, I'm just playing.
Peloton is shaping the future of fitness with brand new Peloton cross-training tread plus, powered by Peloton IQ. It's their most advanced equipment yet, designed to give you real-time guidance and endless ways to move, whether you're running, lifting, or cross-training with your favorite instructors. This is training reimagined. Peloton is built for breakthroughs with tools that help you to plan, stay motivated, and reach peak performance. I love how Peloton IQ system offers real-time strength coaching. It actually tracks your reps, suggests the right weights, and corrects your form, making every rep safer and smarter. The swivel screen is a game changer. You can go from running on the Tread Plus to strength training without missing a beat. And the personalized class recommendations keep you engaged. You get workouts tailored to your vibe and energy level each week. So let yourself run, lift, flex, and push forward. Explore the new Peloton cross-training Tread Plus today at onepeloton.com. More Locked On Bulls coming up next. Fat fingered that one, bro. Fat fingered that one.
Shout out to her.
I didn't say I fingered a fat. Anyway,
we got to stop winning. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We do got to stop winning because listen, I'm tired, but I'm still excited. Pat, the Bulls' depth in this game, right? You had 6 players scoring in double figures, if I'm not mistaken. And then you had another 3 players that were only 1 point away from double figures. So like you could have easily had 8 or 9 players in double figures today. But the depth, the balance, everything from this team, it just is that they're doing it as a team. How have you felt about the Bulls' depth through these first 4 games?
I think when we talked about what we saw in the last 15 to 17 games of the season last year, right? The big question was, could they continue to do that? And I think what we saw tonight versus I'm so glad we played the Kings this early because it felt like looking in the mirror of what you saw last year versus looking in the mirror of what it could have been and what it became in the second half of last season. Mm-hmm. It's a team that realizes whoever the hot hand, keep getting him the ball, but that we're going to play team basketball.
Yeah.
And that is what you need. I think people kind of misconstrued this when I talk about going out and getting a superstar. That's what you need for 3.5 quarters of a game. You need your superstar to be your superstar, usually the last 5 to 7 minutes of a game. That's when you need that guy to be, no matter what, the ball is going to him. He has to win us this game. And there's a few games a year that you have to do that. Mm-hmm. But for most of the season, you need to play really efficient team basketball to be OKC, to be I know we focus on everything with Jokic, but we don't focus on the fact that Jokic finishes, if you're the Denver Nuggets, he finishes with 10 to 17 assists, and that's other guys getting involved in the offense, right? Like, there's so much to me that you win with team basketball. It's why, to me, when I came into the season, I said this Bulls team could be a playoff team. I thought it was because these guys could play a team game and maybe someone could step up in those final moments. Modest had a great finish to this game. I thought Josh Giddey had a great finish to this game. Those are the guys you want to rely on in that moment. But for the entire game, you need a Tre Jones. You need, listen, Jalen Smith pissed me off stop shooting.
Bro, it's just funny because he was 0 for 4 from 3-point range and hit every 2-point. He was 100% on 2-point shots today.
That's a personal thing. He want to shoot. Like, it's no way Billy's telling them do this. There's no shot. Billy's like, I know you ain't hit one yet, but keep doing it. Like, whatever. Like, if he's doing that, I got questions on Billy. But no, like, I love the team aspect that we see, because team basketball.
Do you want to guess what
Jalen
Jalen Smith's shooting?
What he's shooting from three?
Yep.
He hit. I want to say he shot a good percentage in the last game. So I'm gonna say 29% from the 3-point line.
He's 2 for 12.
Dang.
2 for 12.
Wait a minute. I thought he shot decent.
He shot 2 for 2 against Orlando. So 100%. 2
for 2. That's
2 for 2.
He shot 100%.
Yeah.
Those are his 2. Stop shooting, bro. Fam. I've never seen a month give somebody this kind of confidence, bro. And what'd you say? You said it wasn't even a month. You said it was like 10 days.
It was like 10 days, bro.
I've never seen 10 days give somebody this kind of confidence to say, no, that's me. No, that's who I am.
That's him. Every time he gets a 3, I do this. I'm Jalen Smith. I shoot the ball.
No, here's the thing. If it was just the wide open ones, I could deal with it, right? But he got stuck in a double team up top as Zach Lavine was trying to come off the screen with Zach Lavine and Domantas Sabonis, and he leaned back and let that mug fly. And there was 10 seconds on the shot clock. I was in disbelief.
It makes literally no sense, bro. Like, it makes. I'm sorry. I stepped. You were about to make a good point too. You were talking about Jalen. I'm like, I wonder what he's shooting on the season, bro.
The Bulls' depth has overcome even the Jalen Smith shooting woes, and I'll be honest with you, that is the best thing that you can take away from this season. Took 4 games so far. But the thing is too, Pat, is that this does truly feel sustainable because they're doing it with effort. They're doing it as a team. Like, are they going to face some obstacles? Yeah, it's eventually going to come where the Bulls lose 2 games, maybe even 3 games in a row. It's going to happen. Every team goes through it. But it does feel like they're not only the style of play, who's stepping up for us in big roles. All that stuff feels sustainable. Now, of course, we got to incorporate Kobe back when he comes back and Zach Collins when he comes back and all that type of stuff. But it just feels like this team really does have an identity, man, for the first time in so long. And honestly, it makes me a little scared to say that because it's like, I don't want to start believing in that and then it falls apart again. But I just don't know the players on this team, the way that they like playing together, the style of play. Everything is overlapping to where we have a style of play that matches the roster. We have a roster that likes each other. We have an unselfish roster. We got players that are still, stepping up and uncovering parts of their games. Like, it just feels like the overlap, and Billy Donovan's coaching is reflecting that. This is some of the best coaching that we've seen from Billy Donovan in a while. Dude, well, I mean, he went to West Conference Finals on the Bulls.
Well, on the Bulls.
Yeah. Okay. See, I guess so, because the defense is way better. I was going to say the first 35 with Lonzo, but the defense is incredibly.
Yeah.
The defense is playing second best defense in the NBA. I don't even know what the updated numbers are. They might be the best defense in the NBA after tonight. The second best bench scoring unit in basketball,
leading the league in assists.
Leading the league in assists. Like, I love everything that we're seeing, and I think the bigger conversation is on top of this. Is like teams like this allow players to develop.
Mm-hmm.
Teams like this allow players to take the time that we need. I told y'all, I'm big that Demar Derozan is the one that they want to take that step this season. You got a chance to have a big game tonight. Modest hasn't had probably the step that I would think that I expected, or people that believed in Modest to that level expected to start the season. This might be the game here that sparks it all, but you've had a team that has been able to pick that slack up. Josh Giddey been able to pick that slack up. Tre Jones has been a godsend to this basketball team right now.
Yep. $8 million.
$8 million. And listen, I want Cedric Howard, but I kind of got to say that right now it feels like AK has won both the Caruso and the Lonzo trade. I don't like it. I don't know. Maybe I can't.
It feels icky, right? It feels icky.
Listen, it's like the Josh
here's the thing, though, Pat. Here's the thing to get you back on path. We would have got Tre regardless. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he lost that one. Yeah, we could have kept Tre no matter what.
Regardless, right? So even if they would have traded with Memphis for the pick, we could have had Cedric Howard, Noah, and Tre.
But we're 4-0.
You're 4-0.
We're 4-0. I'm not gonna look at what could have been, what should have been, what was right fluke in there. But I love the fact that And I'll say this. This is the point before we get into this next ad that I want to make it to Bulls fans. This is not a small sample size. This is the Bulls team that you saw last season.
That's the part.
This is not a small sample size because people are going to say, no, it's a small sample size. The Bulls can't keep playing like exactly what you saw in the second half of last season.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we'll see what that ends up being moving forward. As weird as it is to say, and I guess like we're in this era that we got to kind of talk about this, is the Bulls have a in-season tournament game this Friday. Do the Bulls have an opportunity to go for an in-season tournament title this season? It feels very weird to talk about this, but we got to talk about it. But first, we got to talk to you guys all about Rippling. That's still wrong. And you just took yourself off screen. If you're a business owner, here's the truth. SaaS promised to make work easier, but now the average company is buried by hundreds of apps that slow down your teams and simply do not work together. That's not SaaS, that's sad. Software as a disservice. That's why you need Rippling. Rippling is the united platform for global HR, payroll, IT, and finance all in one place. They have helped millions of business replace a mess of disconnected tools with one system designed to give leaders clarity, speed, and control. Everything from onboarding, payroll, IT access. It runs automatically and perfectly in sync. It's seriously simple to use and gives companies one source of truth for their people, data, and everything they touch. And right now you can get 6 months free when you go to rippling.com/LockedOnNBA. Learn more at rippling.com/LockedOnNBA. That's rippling.com/LockedOnNBA for 6 free months. We also got to tell you guys all about Robinhood. Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every single day, locking in on every opening, beating your PR, beating it again, channeling the drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control of your money. Trade stocks and EFTs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. You can now build and execute your own trades from a desktop with Robinhood legal advanced tools, or take advantage of the new Robinhood strategies with tailored portfolios managed by a team of experts. You expect more from yourself, expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/your money. Again, that's Robinhood.com/your money. Your money, your move. More Locked On Bulls coming up next.
That was a rough go, bro.
That was tough. There we go.
I got it.
That's what you do.
Oh man, it's been a long day. It's been a very, very long day, Pat.
100%.
All right, so you raised the question here. I want everybody to know Pat's the one that put this topic up here.
100%.
An in-season tournament title. I listen, Pat. I don't want to allow myself to get excited about such things, but I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been a long time being a Bulls fan since we won something, bro. I would go crazy for an in-season.
Would you really? Would you lose it over an in-season tournament title? That's one of the reasons I put this on here.
The only reason I would say that I would go crazy is just because A, how young we are as a team. B, it's something, right? I'm not saying that means that the season's going to be a success. I'm not saying that that's enough and be like, oh, everybody calm down. We won an in-season tournament title. We're good. But I mean, just in the sense that we see the improvement that this team has made. If in the middle of the season, that improvement is rewarded by an in-season tournament title, I would appreciate that. And and we'll have to fight and compete and grind it out to get it. That's why I would appreciate that.
Listen, you got some tough teams on the way here. You got the Knicks, you've got the Bucks. You're also taking on the Miami Heat, who have, the Heat have found an offense that is unexpected. Bro, like they are hooping out here right now. And then you know what it is?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Their offensive looks very bullish from last season.
A little bit. And then you got the Hornets to finish that off. And of course, depending on who ends up winning out in all of that, of course, the Bulls could go on. But with how the Bulls are playing through the first 4 games, and that would be a lot of games within this process here. I feel like it's a real conversation to say that the Bulls could compete for one of these in-season tournaments. And the reason that I brought it up, I want to know from the fans, would that mean anything to you? I think we're going to get to this point eventually. We're not there now, right? It feels wrong. It feels weird. It feels like this is something that American sports don't do. But eventually enough teams are going to win this where it does become important. And you would rather be the team that's winning it than not, in my mind. Would an in-season tournament mean something to me? Hayes gave his thoughts on it. I think it would tell you that you're going in the right direction. And I think it would be something that if they could get it, when you're talking about competing at this level right now, if you could find a way to get it, it could give this Bulls team a taste of what winning in the playoffs are. And that would be something that's important, because the one thing we can't say about these, no matter whether we value them or not, the in-season tournaments get after it. Yeah. You put a shiny piece of metal at the end of it, and these players play hard.
Yeah, for sure. They absolutely do. Me and you were both, when the in-season tournament started, we were like, I don't know about this. But
we realized this is stupid.
Are we now, is this year 3 of the in-season or 4?
This, I believe, is year 4. It's either year 4 of the in-season tournament or year 4 of the play-in tournament.
But when this first started, I was not excited about it. But
I have never done.
It has turned into something that I look at and I'm like, hey, listen, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not sitting here. I'm not going to be sitting there saying, let's hang up a banner for the in-season tournament. Yeah. But I am saying that, like, with the start of the season and how this team has competed, I'd appreciate it if they were able to go out there and get it done. But we'll see. It starts off against the Knicks. The Bulls are in a tougher bracket. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, the NBA East C bracket is insane. Your 2 championships right now so it's been 3 years. This will be year 3. The 2 championships right now are the Milwaukee Bucks and the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't think either of those said anything for playoff expectations or any of that. Yeah. So I can't sit here and say that it plays forward. This is built off of something they do in soccer. In soccer, or in football, sometimes you can say the best team that wins that mid-season tournament ends up winning the entire thing. Mm-hmm. The one thing that I will say is, Hayes, we also haven't seen an NBA season start like this. We talked about that a little bit at the top. The NBA feels like they're taking the beginning of the season incredibly serious right now.
They do. They really do.
So maybe the in-season tournament is about to take a little bit different turn here. And that will be a big step in the right direction if the Bulls can find a way to compete in that.
Agree with you. 100% agree. Anything left, Pat, before we get up out of here?
Nah, man, that's it, man. We got to get up out of here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Follow me on everything at Pat the Designer. Follow us both on everything at Locked On Bulls. And you know what? For the 4th time this year, we got music. Hey! Red! Boochie Boo! Drop the deuce! Modest B! Yeah, it came to ball. We kind of miss you, Zach Lavine, but also kind of not at all. See Red, y'all.
You guys can follow me at CEO Hayes. Locked On Bulls is free and available on every podcasting app and platform of your choice, as well as YouTube, the Odyssey app, Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, Fubo TV, basically anywhere you want it, you can get it. We'll catch you guys bright and early on Friday morning, y'all. Peace.
Drop the deuce. I meant like a 2, but that might have been wild. I mean, I didn't mean like it, whatever. It's all off the dome. You get what you get.